And so when I get letters, I do my best to answer them. And I get a lot of email from people I don't always know all the time from all over the world. And thankfully, a lot of the emails are very, very brief. Like you, I'm real busy. And so I try and answer as best I can, because what I don't want to do is shut Youth Man down. And Youth Man is my generic term for any guy out in the world who writes me, because most of the time I'm older than that guy. And so when Youth Man writes me, dude, you're coming to my town next week, I can't wait. I write Youth Man back, Youth Man, I look forward to it myself, send, just so he doesn't feel like he got disrespected, because I'm nothing great, but it's cool to write back and to say, I heard you, man, you tapped me, I tapped you back, I got it. I'm not blowing you off. Punk rock says I shouldn't do that. And so I get a lot of input from these letters, and I do my best to answer. I got a lot of input from people I meet. And out by the Bon Jovi Mobile, I learn a lot of things. I am informed about the human condition, and I get some of my best life lessons out by that bus. And on this tour, it's been, well, I'm spoiled for choice as to stories I can tell you from the people that I've met in the last few weeks. The other day, I was somewhere in America, I think Austin, Texas, and I'm hanging out by the Bon Jovi Mobile. Oh, P.S., if you've never been to Austin, Texas, you should go before you die. First off, Texas, which was brought into the United States in the year of 1845, it's a gorgeous bit of real estate. Texans are amazing. And the city of Austin, the capital city, it's just one of the finest cities in America. The people are friendly, the record stores are amazing, every third person's in a band, and they're probably playing tonight. It's great. Anyway, I was outside the Bon Jovi Mobile, next to the Bon Jovi Mobile, talking to people, and the guy came up to me, he said, hey, I want you to have this. And he handed me one of those black rubber band wrist bracelet things, and obviously there's something written on it. And it's a, kind of a dimly lit situation. So I'm putting the thing into the light so I can see the letters that are indented into the rubber. And I see a man's name with a date from July of 2012. And I go, okay. And I said, what's the significance of the name and the date? And the guy said, that's my brother. He was killed this year in Afghanistan. I made those. And he was a big fan of yours. And we used to come and see you together all the time here in Austin. But he's gone now. So I want you to have this. I don't want you to lose it. I want you to remember him, because you meant a lot to him. And so I took it. I said, I'm really sorry about what happened. And thank you for this. A girl standing next to us, she hears what he says. She walks over to him and she said, I lost my brother in Afghanistan this year too. And this poor thing starts weeping uncontrollably. It just loses it. And then he starts to weep. And they hold on to each other, like these two people hugging each other like they're going to break each other's ribs. And there's nothing, in my opinion, that helps you in that situation. No words come to your rescue. There's nothing that anyone can say to make you go, oh, yeah, you're right, I'm okay. Nothing's okay in that moment. So these two people hold on to each other for what felt like a semester. It was probably several seconds. The rest of us stood there very, very quietly, just witnessing this moment of incredible grief. And I think the one person's grief eggs on the other person's grief, and it goes back and forth. And these two people were in such a complete state of misery. It's like jumping off the roof of something thinking that someone's going to break your fall. Nothing breaks your fall in those moments. It's awful. It's awful to be alive in those moments. It's awful to have a brain and feel emotion in those moments. You wish you were a bug and you just like nothing could get to you. But we're humans. We can get got to. And so they break apart. Everyone starts breathing again. And it was just one of those moments where you walk away going, that was like the realest thing I've seen in years. And it's experiences like that keep me from being prejudicial against my fellow Americans. Like I said before, the ones I disagree with, in that moment, I don't care who those two people are voting for. I just want to help. I can't judge them. I can't be angry at them. I can't argue with them or hate them. In that moment, I don't know what side of the aisle that thing falls on. It's just us. Again, this idea of punk rock and community. And a few days after that, I'm somewhere else, like somewhere in the American Midwest, and I'm talking to people out by the Bon Jovi Mobile. And people, they hang out for a minute. They see that I'm shorter in person. They get bored. They split. Stuff going on. And so people fade away. And I notice there's a guy standing outside the basic perimeter of people, and he's going to wait for everyone else to leave. And everyone eventually drifts away. And he comes up, just the two of us standing on the sidewalk, and he said, good show tonight. I said, thank you, sir. He said, look at me. I said, okay, I'm looking at you. And he said, did you notice that I look different than every single person that you talked to tonight? And I said, yes, I do. He was different. He's a very large man. Not large like he bumped into a few pizzas and had some extra hammock time. He's genetically large. He's, that's the way he was born. He's a very, very big guy. And he said, everything I do is difficult. And as soon as he said that, I started thinking on my own about what that could possibly mean. And I'm thinking about toilets, showers, stairs, airplanes, cars, restaurants, sidewalks, elevators, dressing, undressing, sleeping. If you sleep on the wrong side, your body weight could kill you. Diet, exercise, what that kind of body mass is doing to your body's infrastructure, circulatory system, respiratory system, heart rate, how the blood is moving through your body. Every damn thing this guy does, anything that's an incline is a hell of an incline. His entire life is an incline. We humans sometimes want to find intimacy with someone else, no matter what the bolt of cloth you come from on that front. I'm sure it's okay. But what if you're a big guy and not a lot of people might want to come running up to spend an evening with you? I'm not trying to be funny or make fun, obviously. But everything this guy does, man, he wakes up every day like, okay, here I go with this thing that I'm in. So I said, I've been thinking about it for the last few seconds, and I bet your life is completely challenging. He said, yeah, that's an understatement. I said, I got it. He said, I wanted to kill myself on and off since I was 13. And you don't know it, but I write you. I don't talk about this when I write you. I just write you and say, hey man, what's up? You always write me back. That goes a long way with me. And so do your books and records. They help keep me around. And I said, well, that's cool. I'm not standing around to get congratulated. But I said, I'm glad I answered you back. That's what I think is the right thing to do. And I'm glad the books, the records could have been of service to you and given you some wind under your wings. But I can't be that which keeps you around, in that you got to be able to keep yourself around and inspire yourself to hang in there. He said, yeah, I'm not fooling myself. I know it's all about me staying around. I said, yeah, but look, as an asset to you, next time you have some ridiculous idea that you want to check out, and we all think about it now and then, but you can't do it. You just can't do it. So next time you have one of those neurotic thoughts, you write me, and you remind me of this meeting. I won't forget you, man. I got a pretty good memory for this stuff. And I'll write you back, and I'll talk you down. But next time I come around here, man, you got to show up if you can. You can't be not showing up to the show because you're dead, right? He went, right. I said, right? He said, yeah, I got it. We shook hands. I said, all right, man, I'll see you next time. And he disappeared into the night. And so this is the input I get. At that moment, I can't judge this guy. I listen, I evaluate, and I just want to help fellow American, fellow human. And that's a bit kumbaya. But to me, it's also a lot of laps around the track where the lens becomes wider and wider and wider.